The votes have been cast, the ballots have been tallied, and now it's time to recognize the NEC Elite. Here are your 2012-2013 NEC Women's Basketball Award winners. We begin with the 5 fantastic first-year players that make up the NEC All-Rookie team. Leading off, it's Robert Morris freshman guard Ashley Ravelli. Ravelli led all rookies this year in scoring with 10.4 points per game and made the 4th most three-point baskets in the league with 59. Teammate Lou Matali missed the final month of the season due to injury, but she was so much of a factor in the games that she was in, she makes the rookie squad. In any case, she scored double figures 6 of the 8 games before she went down, including a signature 22-point performance against Mount St. Mary's in late January when she hit the game-winning layup in the final seconds. LEAH FECHKO from St. Francis, Brooklyn is a freshman player from Twinsburg, Ohio. She came from a great high school program and brought that winning tradition with her to Brooklyn. She was a key piece in the Terriers' turnaround season, leading all rookies in rebounding with 5.5 boards per night. JORDYN PECK from Wagner College is a southpaw shooter who has lightning-quick speed up and down the court. She finished 2nd among all rookies in scoring this year with 10.2 points per game and was one of 3 Seahawks to finish the year in double figures. And rounding out the rookies is LIU freshman guard SOPHIE. The Highland, California native had 2 double-digit scoring games in the first 19 games, but finished strong. She had 6 in the final 10, including a great final weekend of her rookie campaign, 14 points against the Bobcats and 15 against Sacred Heart to claim the final NEC Rookie of the Week award of the season. Up next, it's the inaugural All-NEC Women's Basketball 3rd team. We begin with Jasmine Martin from the Quinnipiac Bobcats. Martin was on the All-NEC rookie team last year and now is on the All-NEC 3rd team. She finished 10th in the league in scoring with over 13 points per night and had a 2-month stretch from the beginning of December to the end of January where she was in double-figure scoring every single night. Sarah Benedetti from St. Francis, Brooklyn is a sophomore forward that led the Terriers in scoring this year with 11.7 points, a team that finished 7 wins better than they did a year ago. Benedetti also netted the most 3-point baskets in the league this year with 76 3-point bombs on the season. Kylie Evans from Sacred Heart was on the All-Rookie team as a freshman in 2010 and finishes out her career on the All-NEC 3rd team here as a senior. Evans finished in double figures, scoring 17 times this year, and she's averaging 7 points better than she did during her junior campaign. A much improved season. She's having her best scoring year since her rookie campaign. Junior guard ERIKA Norman from Sacred Heart has certainly been a spark plug for the Pioneers. She was an All-Rookie team member in 2011. She was the All-NEC Tournament MVP in last year's postseason. This year she finds herself on the All-NEC 3rd team. Norman paced the league in both assists and steals and had the 2nd best assist-to-turnover ratio in the Northeast Conference. And most importantly, after Sacred Heart got off to a sluggish start, 1-3 through their first 4 games, she was the one that helped turn it around with a 16-point, 8-rebound, 9-assist, 7-steal game on national TV against St. Francis. It was the spark that the Pioneers needed to go on to finish 2nd in the league. And finally, if we're going to have an All-NEC 3rd team, it's only fitting that Monmouth's Carly Thibault makes the list. Not only does she wear number 3, but the senior guard from Connecticut is the best 3-point field goal percentage shooter in the Northeast Conference, converting at over 44% in attempts from behind the arc. The senior leader moved up to 3rd on the Monmouth Hawks' all-time 3-point field goal list. Moving on, it's now time for the All-NEC Women's Basketball 2nd team. Gabby Washington was the NEC Rookie of the Year last year and finished on the 2nd team as well. She's back on the 2nd team for a 2nd straight year. No sophomore jinx for her. Washington finished 3rd in the league in scoring and was the best free throw percentage shooter in the league, the only player to finish shooting from the charity stripe at over 90%. Washington eclipsed the 20-point barrier 11 times this year, including a season-high 25-point performance on December 30th against Siena. ALYSHA WOMACK from the Monmouth Hawks makes it 4 for 4 on the All-NEC 2nd team. She's on the 2nd team for her 4th straight season. She finished 6th in the league in scoring this year, 8 20-point games, and she led the Hawks in points 14 times. WOMACK, a central part of a super successful 6-player senior class for the Monmouth Hawks that tied a program record 48 conference wins over the last 4 years. WOMACK is 5th on the Monmouth Hawks all-time scoring list with over 1,400 career points. From the start of her career till now, there's probably no player more improved in the Northeast Conference than Quinnipiac's Brittany McQuain. The junior forward finished top 5 in the league this year in rebounds and is 59 points shy of 1,000 for her career. NAANA ANKOMA-MENSA is the first Bryant Bulldog to appear on the All-Conference team since Kelsey O'Keefe back in 2010. NAANA ANKOMA-MENSA not just dominant on the glass, she's the second best rebounder in the league, but she may be the quickest at her position in the league in getting up and down the floor in transition. NAANA ANKOMA-MENSA finished with 18 doubles this year and was 4th in the NCAA with 13 rebounds a night. And rounding out the All-NEC second team is Mount St. Mary's player Sydney Henderson. The redshirt junior guard finished 9th in the league in scoring, 10th in rebounding, and finished tied for the second most minutes played all season. Sydney Henderson's signature game this year was a career-high 30-point night at Ryder back in November. And now here they are, the best of the best, the Fab 5 All-NEC women's basketball first-team performers. We start with Robert Morris junior forward ARTEMIS SPANOU. SPANOU was the 2011 NEC Rookie of the Year, an All-Rookie team member, and an All-NEC second-team performer. She was on the first team last year. She's on the first team again. She led the league in scoring, led the league in rebounding, led the league in minutes played. SPANOU, a handful to handle, is one of 2 Robert Morris players with over 1,000 career points and 1,000 rebounds. Allie Williams from the St. Francis Red Flash is a matchup nightmare for many coaches in the league. She can score both inside and outside the paint. She can rebound, she can create steals, and she's also a tremendous leader on the court. Williams was an All-NEC rookie team performer in 2011. She was on the second team last year, and now in 2013 finds herself on the All-NEC first team. FELICIA Barron from the NEC regular season champion Quinnipiac Bobcats led the team in scoring for the 3rd straight season. Barron is on the All-NEC first team for a 2nd straight year. She led the team with 13.7 points per night. ERIKKA Livermore from Fairleigh Dickinson followed up a great freshman campaign with a sensational sophomore season. She was an All-NEC rookie last year, finished 2nd in the league in points and 1st in rebounds. This year, she was top 5 in the nation with 23 double-doubles, including a monster game at the end of February in a track meet against the Red Flash, where she poured in 36 points and 17 rebounds. She could dominate inside. She could also step back and hit that mid-range jumper. ERIKKA Livermore, a top 5 player in both scoring and rebounding in the NEC this year. Rounding out the All-NEC first team, it's JACLYN Babe from Central Connecticut State. She was on the second team last year and now on the first team this year. JACLYN Babe finished 4th in the conference in scoring this year with 16 points per game. She netted a pair of 30-point games this year, including a career-high 34 points back in November against UMass and a 30-point game in late January against the Bobcats. Not to mention a 29-point night in the season finale against St. Francis. Babe recorded a 1,000th collegiate point in early February, and she becomes the first Central Connecticut All-NEC first-team player since Gabriella Guglielmi back in 2007. Now on to the individual honors, and we begin with the Brenda Riley Coach of the Year Award. It goes to Quinnipiac's Trisha Fabry. Coach Fabry, in her 18th season at the helm of the Bobcats, takes home the Coach of the Year for the 3rd time, to go with 2001 and 2006. She has the 2nd most conference wins all time and has guided the Bobcats to 13 straight NEC tournaments. This year she's been masterful at the helm, guiding one of the most talented and special teams in NEC history. The Bobcats set a record with 27 wins this year and counting. She's also coached her players to become just the 6th undefeated regular season team in league annals. They also claimed their program's 2nd ever NEC regular season crown. One of Coach Fabry's top players, Felicia Barron, is the NEC Defensive Player of the Year for a 2nd straight season. Last year, Felicia Barron led the nation with 133 steals. She finished at 100 again this year. Felicia Barron, quite the story. She overcame 2 knee injuries early in her collegiate career, only to come back better than ever and finish her run in a Bobcat uniform as one of the most accomplished players in program history. Barron becomes the 5th player to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in the NEC, including Quinnipiac's own Brianna Rooney, who did it in 2008 and 2009. The NEC's top rookie is Robert Morris's Ashley Ravelli. Ashley Ravelli made the most of her opportunities when Robert Morris suffered a rash of injuries. They needed young players to step in and step up right away. Ravelli answered the call. Over the final 10 games, she averaged 13.6 points per game, playing most, if not all, of 40 minutes each time out. Ravelli finished with the second most minutes played in the league this year, and she made the most of that opportunity, becoming the second Colonial to take home Rookie of the Year, to go with ARTEMIS SPANOU, who won it back in 2011. And speaking of the Greek goddess of rebounds, ARTEMIS SPANOU is the Northeast Conference Player of the Year for 2013. SPANOU led the league in scoring, led the league in rebounding, led the league in minutes. She finished the year with 24 straight double-doubles and 26 overall. She led the nation in rebounding with 15.6 per game and also led the entire nation in double-doubles. ARTEMIS SPANOU, a handful to handle, becomes the fourth Colonial to take home Player of the Year honors, to go with Suhedi Monsak in 2005, Sade Logan in 2008, and Angela Pace from back in 2010.